Hey guys, welcome back to the Rogues Gallery, episode 13. We're going to be talking about, some DC stuff. I'm your resident DC guy. Played Dead 77. We got Matt Swagger. And we got Brave Dave.
Call me Cyborg.
And here we go.
Yeah, the Rogue Gallery. Thanks for tuning in. You got some Brave Dave sarcasm like Bruce Wayne with play dads who don't die hard like that other Bruce name. You sing? You know Joe Diablo too? It sound like Spawn could really be his rider too. Yeah, comic relief with that Deadpool satire. Tune in and you can catch Captain Quagmire. Matt Swagger's gonna tell you what the show's about. The Rogue Gallery's like Autobots, so they rolling out. Discuss comics and cartoons that I know. I had a Tiger, no Rocky or Lino. Who's there like the OG I Joe? No frats when we talking about the gamma flow. The God wars between stars with some famous dudes. I'd rather watch Star Wars than entertainment news. So hit us up at the spot and let us know what you think. And make like Zelda and just wait for the link. Yeah. Where you gonna go for exclusive shows, comics, movies, and webisodes? The Rogue Gallery, the Rogue Gallery.
Anybody who's listening to us right now, I grew up loving both Marvel and DC.
Yep.
I've
All
always
of
been
us.
more partial to Marvel. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie, but I like DC too. DC put out some of my favorite cartoons growing up.
Shit.
But I gotta be honest, I've lost my faith within that company. I don't like what's going on with Arrow.
Oh.
It's been shit for years.
Oh.
Flash is the only show that they've been putting out that I like. Gotham is just fucking awful. You know what I mean? Like, Supergirl is a fucking waste of time. I literally wasted an entire season.
It looks like it's
watching
going to be worse with
fucking
Superman on it now.
Oh, jeez.
And they're already fighting over who was...
Right.
Like, I was there too. Like, in that little clip of the new season. Like, oh.
Speaking of Superman, Man of Steel is garbage to me. Batman vs. Superman was garbage. So, like, I've lost my faith. And they're going to have to work really hard to just impress me again. Not even work really hard. Just keep it simple.
Exactly.
That's it.
Just copy Marvel at this point, and you
shit.
can't go wrong.
Might as well. It's what Google and Apple does.
Right? Exactly.
Oh, shit.
You see Google's new phone? Speaking of this, the
Yeah, sold
Pixel,
out.
it's like you can call it the iGalaxy because it looks like a combination of both.
Well.
It has the button in the back. It has the same body and everything. So if they can do that, that's a blatant slap in the face. DC, just copy Marvel's formula and fucking make a decent movie.
Listen, the problem is, everyone knows what the problem is.
Yeah.
It's no secret.
No.
Marvel was way ahead of the race.
And
they
they're trying to
said,
catch up.
Yeah, we need to play catch up.
They're playing catch up the whole time.
We need to put out a fucking team movie, do this. I'm like...
But that's their fault because during all this time with the Avengers and everything, they were just doing the Batman trilogy,
Right.
which was fine. But like
Yeah, I like
everyone's
2
saying,
out of the 3.
yeah, right. Everyone's saying we want the Justice League, and my God, we're not getting the Justice League. First, it was going to be in 2019, then they rushed it to 2017, and then
You
it's
know what
not-
really messed it up, though, right?
What?
It was really Superman Returns.
Oh.
Had that movie been successful
Poor Brandon Ruth.
in terms of critical acclaim and box office acclaim,
Yeah.
like, that would have really solved a lot of things. Because, all right, you had Batman Begins. A year later, Superman Returns comes out. But that movie was so polarizing, no one responded that well to it.
It was like a watered down Christopher Reeves.
It was a watered down Christopher Reeve. Like,
Who was it? Bryan Singer?
yeah, Bryan Singer.
So the whole thing about that movie is like he wanted to make James Marsden the hero. If you pay attention, like the movie's really about him saving the day.
Right.
Wow.
And you can read all the articles about it. Like the whole focus was on him. It wasn't so much Superman. And I'm like,
That's stupid.
how the fuck did that happen?
Why we have a movie about
You know
Superman?
what's fucking ironic? This is what's fucking ironic, and it's pissing me off right now, right? Because, growing up, we were all big X-Men fans. Go back to our X-Men review episode from, episode 8 or something like that. I don't know what it was. But
Yeah.
we're all big X-Men fans.
Yeah, episode 8.
Now, James Marsden played Cyclops in the first 3 X-Men movies, right? Bryan Singer waited till he directed Superman to start giving James Marsden lines. As opposed to Give him lines when he had him in the X-Men franchise.
When
Right.
he was like top dog.
Right. When
Yeah, the leader.
Cyclops is a pivotal character. But no,
Yes.
let's just make it the fucking Wolverine show.
Yep.
Exactly.
It's fucking preposterous. It makes no sense.
Yeah,
No
dude.
sense whatsoever.
But also, you know what? I absolutely love like the Batman, like the Christopher Nolan Batman films.
Yeah.
But I think they totally shit the bed in the fact that they just kept it like its own
Universe.
separate thing, like its
Yeah.
own. It's literally like a 3-book series that you just put up on the
I know,
mantelpiece and never mention again.
It's a shame.
Instead of just like opening it up to the new world
Yeah,
Right.
it would have been
and
great.
get shit done. Because I thought like Batman Begins, I'm like
This is a great story.
nobody was talking about Batman Begins. Like at least like none of my friends said shit, and
It's
nobody
so underrated.
nobody even believed me. Like a
know.
Batman. I'm like, dude,
Dude,
the
I
movie's
didn't-
fucking awesome.
I
Like,
didn't hear about it either when it came out, and then the girl that I was dating at the time, she rented that movie. I'm like, wow, they did another Batman, and we watched it. And I'm like, wow, this was fucking good.
I'll never forget it.
Did
Cause
you guys return the movie? That was when you were like what? Going to Blockbuster or like getting the DVDs from Netflix?
Nah, this is like some fucking place in Williamsburg. Something.
Oh, is it Videology?
I had no
That
idea,
store
man.
there?
This is going back like 2005.
But
All I know
I'll
is-
never,
yeah.
I'll never forget it. Like
Yeah.
I remember, I went with my dad to watch it because he used to take me to the other films, like the Joe Schumacher shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey dad, let's go fucking watch this thing. Went ahead, we saw it, we fucking loved it. We're like, wow, this is like, this is real right here.
Yeah,
Like,
and
this
then-
is like Batman like we've never seen.
And
Right.
and then
And
you
then-
take it up a notch with the Dark Knight, fucking Heath Ledger.
but like, I remember like nobody talked anything
Yeah.
about Batman. I'm like, why isn't nobody talking about
This
this? Like,
movie's
why isn't
great.
this-
But you
It
know-
literally came out of left field, and people are like,
And you know what's interesting about Batman
most-
Begins? Not only is it just so underrated, it's a great film.
Great film.
But in that film, they did loosely introduce some mysticism,
Yeah, Ra's al Ghul,
right?
the League
Which
of
would have
Assassins.
been perfect for opening the rest of the world. Because by the
Yes.
time you got to the Dark Knight, they kind of stripped all that stuff away.
yeah, they did. I'm like, fuck's sake.
I know.
You know,
But then
and
everybody's like, Batman.
Right.
And I'm like, you
and
assholes.
Dark Knight was a fucking fantastic film.
I know. DC,
Fantastic.
see, you should have kept with that formula.
But going back to what Playdad was saying, yeah, they should have allowed it to open up a bit. And
Yeah.
I think a lot of it had to do with the fact that they had the wrong approach from Superman Returns. Because that came out a year later. You could have easily tied the two movies together after that. You could have had a movie come out afterwards and be like, you know what? These two are tied together.
Yeah.
'Cause if you
Or
think,
have a cameo of somebody. Christopher, I'm sorry. What's
Brandon
his name?
Routh?
No,
Christopher Nolan,
no, who's the actor that
Christian
played?
Bale?
Christian Bale could have made a cameo. Superman Returns.
dude, it's true.
You know.
But like I feel like it was a lot of nearsightedness
Yeah.
because I don't think Warner Brothers had any idea of just making shit happen. They're like,
Right.
Yeah.
There
all
was
right,
no
somebody
unity.
went up to the knock on the door and said like, oh hey, I'm here to sell you Girl Scout cookies, Girl Scout
Right.
cookie beans. Like, I want to do a Superman film.
Because you don't have
And
that.
they're like, okay, yeah, no problem. Like,
Sure, we
like,
don't know anything about
Sure,
that.
who do you
Right.
want? Oh, I want like
Because they didn't have that person
to
that
guide him,
to have the big picture in mind.
like Kevin Feige or whatever.
Right.
But
Dude is doing
that's
a
it.
great job with the fucking movies, man.
Super nearsighted, and they're like, fuck it, a lot of missed opportunities because they could have done it from the get go. Like, yeah, maybe we had the Tim Burton films which were decent at the time,
Yeah. they
and
were.
then they literally picked up from that moment on with Joe Schumacher doing like he also did like Batman Forever, right?
Yeah, they all were in
So-
line.
They were all part of the same
With the same Alfreds.
exactly
Yeah,
same
which was
Alfred,
great.
same story. They follow all the villains.
I think it was the same Alfreds and the same Commissioner Gordons.
Yes,
Yes.
the same
Yeah,
commission.
same ones. And-
Yep. And I like that Commissioner Gordon. He was cool.
And granted, the Joe Schumacher one
You
were,
like
were-
that guy? That guy was terrible.
I liked him.
Who?
He was
The guy who played Commissioner.
for me
like,
growing
he-
up.
No,
that
dude, he was
he wasn't even a character.
dude for me growing up, that was Commissioner Jordan, man. Gordon rather. You know what are you gonna do?
I think he had it right the first time with Jordan.
Jordan. Yeah.
the poor man's Gordon. Anyway,
Exactly.
Poor man. Well, now we have a real Commissioner Gordon,
Yeah, I mean,
Jim
dude.
Gordon.
but you
Fucking
can-
Gary Oldman took it to a different fucking level.
Well, yeah. Well, he's serious black, bro. So
You know?
that's a real actor.
Damn right.
Yeah.
But you see it though. You see like the Joe Schumacher films were like ridiculous.
Right.
They were literally playing on some crazy ass Batman pulling out a credit card in an auction. Like dude,
I know the Batman credit card and plus the nipples and shit.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Because, what happened behind the scenes, it became more about the marketing. And what people don't realize about a lot of these movies with the American productions, it becomes about everything else with the exception of the actual movie. It becomes about the toy sales. It becomes about the merchandising.
Everything
the
but,
t-shirts.
yeah.
all those things supersede the actual movie because there are billions of dollars to be made with the merchandising. And what happened with the Joel Schumacher stuff is it just got out of hand.
It's super, dude. I mean,
obviously
I bought the toys. Fuck, I mean, who wouldn't?
Well, yeah.
But whatever, like it's just
But-
whatever, and you know, just to, like loop back around, right? You see, Batman Begins, fucking awesome, fucking grounded. It would have been amazing to go off of that, and it wasn't like super dark and gritty. Like it had its moment, it had its nuances, it had the story of Batman, everything we needed to know. Great characters, great actors, and if you match that up to what Netflix, Marvel Netflix has done. They kind of like pair up a bit. They're actually like almost on the same standard.
Right.
But then this shit ends. Christopher Nolan's thing, is finished.
Well, the third one I thought was a piece of shit. I didn't like it. I didn't like Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah,
I thought
it had its moments, but whatever. That's
it had its moments.
Yeah.
I think we saw it together.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's true.
It couldn't live up to the second one.
But then look, like Marvel found its voice. It kept the formula fresh, but also it's not so much a formula as it is just like how they went about things with each character. Because like Netflix, you can't match up what you see in Netflix versus the movies.
Yeah.
Like the movies are like crazy fantastical and shit. Like like they'll say the names. They're like, oh, go get like Doctor Strange or something, and which they did in Civil War, in Winter Soldier. He's like, oh, I got problems with Stephen Strange and all that shit, and they name drop.
Yeah.
Right.
Not in Netflix. Netflix is like way too serious for that shit. Like,
Yeah.
Not for kids.
They're more subtle with it.
Exactly. Like and adults love that shit.
Yeah.
But then everybody can love the more fantastical, and that's fine. There's things for everyone.
Yeah.
It's something for everybody. That's what
DC
it's
doesn't
all
have
about.
that shit.
No,
DC
everything's the
is only
same.
thinking about their toy sales. That's why they took away Young Justice.
I know.
They ended on a sour note with the Dark Knight trilogy, and then they did BVS. And listen, this is me, the DC guy, saying like BVS. There's there's no amount of magic to fix that shit.
No,
like no amount of magic.
Because look, we had a great series, Teen Titans 2, that was taken away from us, and I know Teen Titans Go is very successful. It's very popular, and I'm glad the original voice actors are doing that shit. But man, come on, wouldn't you love to see the original Teen Titans cartoon back? Yeah. I know a lot of people, Young Justice, because that was what we had when we lost Batman the Animated Series, when we lost Justice League and Justice League Unlimited and Teen Titans. We had Young Justice.
I want to thank my wife for buying me the Justice League Unlimited box set.
Nice.
Very
you go.
nice. Very
No,
nice.
it's true, dude. Back in the day, DC was the shit, dude. Let's be clear. DC had like the most amazing cartoons and everything.
Their
And-
cartoons hold up.
Yeah.
That's the difference between DC and Marvel cartoons. Like,
Yes.
I love Marvel cartoons when I was a kid, but sometimes it's better to appreciate something from afar.
Yeah.
And with the DC cartoons, I can still watch Batman on the animated series from back
and
in
it'll hold water.
1992.
Yep.
It still fucking holds water because the themes are still important.
Right. They still cover everything, dude.
So, do you guys think it was a mistake for them not to tie the TV universe with their feature film universe? Because, I mean, Marvel has been able to do it. It hasn't been easy. It's been difficult for them. But they found a way to kind of pull it off. Now, do you think DC should have went the same route?
I mean, they didn't necessarily have to.
Right.
It would have been good for them.
Yeah.
But the fact that they're just like taking all these weird liberties with the CW shows, it kind of shows you that like shit's all over the place. Like
Yeah.
they're definitely not all on the same.
Yeah,
footing.
where's the true leadership? Who's running what? And I think there should be one person running everything. It would have been tremendously easier for them to keep the people, minus Stephen Amell, to represent characters on the big screen.
Right.
I believe Grant Gustin would have did great on the big screen.
Yeah.
He has a lot of range. He's a great actor, and that's not taking anything away from Ezra Miller, because he really did look great as Barry Allen in the trailers. I have some faith in that.
Yeah.
I and everyone else, we're used to Grant. I think it would have been great. He's already established as the Flash. Why do we need another Flash?
Well,
we're already talking about the multiverse
like,
in the TV show.
Right.
My thinking is if you were able to do like the Adventures of Lois and Clark and Smallville and all that shit, then that means there is space to take like the Trinity, Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman, and put them on screen, like on television.
Yeah.
And have their own adventures.
That's fine.
They could have done it fine. Like they don't have to take secondary characters, but they
And
should
make
include them.
Yeah.
Like I don't know why they're so afraid to just like
What's wrong with
why do Oliver Queen if you're just gonna do like a poor man's Batman.
Just give us Batman.
The television side of it should have been more reserved for the lesser known characters.
It's true.
They gave Vixen an animated short. I think Vixen should have got a live action series, and the series should have been similar to what we're getting from Netflix. Like a little more serious themes, well rounded characters. You know, you don't need to overdo it with the powers and things like that. You could do it in a minimal way where it could still be effective on screen, so you're not killing your budget. You know, use characters like her, the people that really don't know, and try to get them to a bigger spotlight. Okay, with the feature film universe, focus on Batman, Superman, The Flash. We want to see the spectacle, right? We didn't really need a Flash TV series. I'm not upset that we have it because I love The Flash, but what I'm saying is, though, it would have been made a little more sense if you used the TV format to focus on the characters that people never really talk about.
Agreed.
Yeah.
You know?
Booster Gold, the Blue Beetle.
That would be great.
Like Green Arrow's great, except
Not
the way it's being represented
Not
right now.
Stephen Amell's Green Arrow.
Black
no.
Canary's awesome. You know, but the thing is, like, a lot of
A
people
Black Canary like solo series would have been fun.
dude, that would have been amazing.
Yeah.
It would have been like a Jessica Jones kind of shit going,
Yeah.
except
Right.
like rougher. And
But we get like a lesser character because she's tied with this whole Green Arrow shit, and
exactly. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, like, what people don't know is, like, dude, Black Canary is actually like a very integral part of the Justice League.
Yeah.
Before like these core member
That's
bullshit.
true.
Before they chose like these like whatever 5-6 members, like she was very integral. In fact, when the Justice League of America like by Brad Meltzer came out, they were voting to see who was going in and who made it in. The Red Arrow, Black Canary was already part of the group. Obviously the Green Lantern, like just even Vixen. Vixen was like one of the core characters of the Justice League of America by that time. I'm like,
you would never know it.
and these
cartoon
and they were all
gave
fucking like characters you wouldn't even heard of before. And I'm like,
That's
why couldn't they just do like this shit?
that's what was great about Justice League Unlimited, because you had all their characters and they played some parts in every episode. So you got to see Plastic Man, Elongated Man, you got to
Right.
see Booster Gold, you got to see Blue Beetle, you got to see all these different characters that you
Man was
wouldn't.
he's like a detective, right?
Yes.
Yeah, sort of. He's the one that they
He's
killed
British.
his wife.
Yeah.
Okay. See, but that probably would have made a more interesting series.
Well, dude, it was one of the best-selling books of all time, the Identity Crisis.
Yeah.
And it was awesome.
Dude,
and
like
listen,
the Question, all these
that's what I'm gonna say. Like,
yeah.
you can bring in the question. You can bring in John Constantine.
We
Come
talked
on.
about this before when on the episode where we were kind of shitting on Supergirl a bit, but
Oh, yeah.
I would have preferred a Martian Manhunter series.
Hell yeah.
That's true.
You know, you get Jimmy Olsen, the black guy playing Jimmy Olsen, who should not be playing Jimmy Olsen, but instead in a
Play the
John
Martian
Jones
Manhunter,
biopic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Get him to play Martian Manhunter.
John
for
Jones, the
TV
detective.
series, the detective. You could have had some cross episodes with Elongated Man. Done some cool shit with that.
Yeah.
Like that would have been fucking amazing.
Hell yeah.
Dude, they could have done some awesome shit with Constantine. I'm really sad they canceled that shit. Granted, the first episode was not that good, but then they picked it up again. They started doing work, and
Yeah.
and they could have just gone with like that underground shit. They could have included the Spectre, the Martian Manhunter, Etrigan, like
Right.
all these different
Oh,
characters.
Etrigan would be boss.
and
Like imagine they would have like given that like a Netflix treatment. Like
dude,
that
would
would have been
like
fucking
the most amazing shit ever.
Right.
Let's say, instead of saving Supergirl, which I don't think should have been saved, why couldn't we save Constantine
Seriously.
and gave him a show on the CW? But I don't know what the thing. I really wasn't that impressed
I think
overall.
They were trying to. I think they were trying to.
Dude, people
get,
absolutely loved him when he made his cameos in Arrow.
I know he was great.
Twice.
He's charismatic. He's very relatable, and he just gave something to that show that it sincerely needed, which was good acting.
Have you guys noticed something that the Greg Berlanti stuff? You know, Greg Berlanti is one of the producers of
The CW shows.
the CW shows. That's why we're getting like the Flash and Arrow and Legends of whatever
Tomorrow.
tomorrow. But like
Yesterday.
his stuff does
Yeah,
not
right.
seem to be that well received outside of the CW. You know what I mean? Like he had Supergirl on CBS and he had Constantine on NBC, but that stuff seems to resonate better on
CW.
And
Yeah.
I was just like,
Dude, because people want it to be together. Like, they don't want like
Yes,
separate shit.
what's
They
this
want
separate bullshit.
Listen, people are not stupid. People know that when you start separating heroes on different networks, they might never meet.
Yeah,
They want people
And
together
it's
because
like
that's the only way to make them interesting
this,
now.
This is the Fox and Marvel battle. We don't want that with DC with itself because you're on different networks. DC has the rights to all their characters. all the characters should be interrelatable and explore each other's different cities and interact.
Well, they also have a stake in CW. Like
They do.
It's a combination of CBS and Warner Brothers.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm like, why the fuck do you have Gotham on Fox?
Yeah, right.
It doesn't make
First
sense.
of all, Gotham should not even be a show. It's fucking terrible. But I'm just saying, like,
I mean, if you
is Berlanti behind that one too?
I have no
I don't
idea.
think so.
He's not behind
I
that,
don't
right?
even watch. I don't know.
but imagine how cool it would be to have like a proper Birds of Prey.
Oh man.
How fucking cool would that be?
God,
Imagine
do you
that
remember
one.
the one from the early 2000s?
That shit was fucked up.
Shit.
Garbage.
Like
Dude, the episode
that
they
was
had
like
in
Earth 2 kind of shit.
Yeah.
Batman the Brave and the Bold, they had the Birds of Prey on there. That was so cool.
Listen, I've said it before, and I'll say it again. A Brave and the Bold series would have been fucking cool. Every
Hell
week,
yes, a
an
different-
episode with different heroes, or maybe
Yeah.
if you want to make one constant superhero or whatever, you pick one, and then he has adventures with like other heroes.
It was so great. He went to different worlds. The one character that was on the most was Plastic Man because he was hilarious. So Plastic Man was like a recurring character on Brave and the Bold.
That's fucking awesome.
But
dude.
you know, I was collecting a Brave and the Bold series, and it wasn't Batman's Brave and the Bold. It was a Brave and the Bold where like for like maybe 2 or 3 issues you had Batman and Green Lantern, then you
Yep.
had Supergirl and Lobo,
Yeah.
and Green Lantern, and then
You had the
like,
Outsiders.
right, you had like Booster Gold and some other, and I'm like,
Yeah,
this
so-
shit's fucking cool. Like
the way you would have to do it, you would have to have that central character to kind of be the glue for everyone else.
and that's fine. I'm just
Yeah.
saying. I'm just saying, like they could have done something like that for
They
sure.
could just use the Brave
Yeah.
and the Bold name and not have Batman in it. But
Take a chance.
yeah, I would love to see a Batman on the small screen. Just do it.
Well, I think that would have been a really good vehicle for Plastic Man, since you brought him up. Like,
Yeah.
I think, like, you could basically what Marvel did with the Ant-Man in the movie.
Yeah,
like, you could have done that
basically
with
he's
Plastic
Ant-Man.
Man on like the TV version, basically.
Yeah.
Because I think they were both criminals actually.
Yes.
Yeah, like they were both like low-level criminals for the most part.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, you could have done like a lot of interesting shit.
He's like Kite Man, one of Kite Man's flunkies.
Yeah.
And he got dipped in some thing, kind of like the Joker, and he turned into fucking plastic.
Right. Yeah.
And man, that's even a more interesting story than some of the shit that's out right now. But I was watching a little bit of Arrow season premiere. I just like.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I know I was too. I thought it was gonna be decent. I didn't.
How was
I mean,
Diggle?
I didn't hate him.
Dig-
Diggle
Diggle-
was there for like one tiny
What?
scene.
Diggle's like in the army again.
Yeah, he's back-
Something's
he's
What
back
kind
on
of fucking racist shit is
It's
this?
Flashpoint.
Well, no, dude, it's good because they split the team.
Yeah.
And I thought for once they were just like gonna go back to just being him, you know,
Yeah.
make it like a low level
But
thing.
Felicity's still there.
Yeah, but there's none of that love shit, which I like. They didn't.
They
didn't
were
show-
making out.
No, they weren't.
Yeah, they were.
No, they weren't.
Yeah, at the end they were making out.
No.
Yeah, bro.
I guess I gotta watch it myself because these guys can't agree with each other.
Nah, they were making out at the end.
What?
Yeah, like
Did we watch 2 different episodes? 'Cause,
I don't
like,
know.
That,
I remember
that shit
them-
did not happen.
I remember them kissing, bro.
Well,
Aw, son.
it's not unheard of for arrows to get people delirious. So
I don't know.
But listen, they gotta get their shit together.
That's my story. I'm sticking to it.
yeah, they do.
Nah,
I feel bad for you because you're the DC guy, man. I mean,
Hey man, yeah, I'm getting.
I'm
short on
satisfied. I
this
got my Marvel shit.
Flash was a little disappointing.
Was it?
Yeah, I expected a lot more from that. It just felt very flat and very rushed. But that's, kind of what people complained about season 2. And hopefully the next episode is going to be even better.
Season 2 was just redundant of season 1.
Yeah.
It wasn't a bad season, but
No, it wasn't bad. But
they
this was
should have never had another speedster be the main villain.
just wasn't it didn't have the oomph for me like I'm used to with Flash. So maybe that's just the first episode and they're going to get past that speed bump. No pun
Yeah.
intended once the next episode takes.
Listen, we've
place.
said it 100 times. It's not like they've already shot all the episodes for the remainder of the season.
No.
They probably only shot about 6 or 8
Yeah,
episodes.
because they
at
get
this
that
point.
mid-season break.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Fans, you need to be vocal.
Yeah.
If you don't like what you're seeing, trust me, these creators, these producers, they're on social media and they're monitoring what you're saying.
Oh yes.
If you see something,
know.
if you see something, say something.
It's very true. Absolutely.
You don't like Stephen Amell as Arrow? Please petition.
It's not even that. I just think they just give him such a shit character to run with.
I know,
I
but
don't
he's
know.
still
See,
a
it's a little bit of
bland
both.
actor.
I feel like as an actor, he's not bringing anything to the role, and I also feel like that they're not giving him the right material.
Yeah, now he's the mayor of Star
Yeah.
City, so it's even worse.
Oh, jeez. I feel like sometimes you can find an actor that can really bring something special to the role.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if Stephen Amell has that capability.
No.
And I have nothing against him. He seems like a really nice guy.
Yeah.
But in terms of like a performer, I'm not getting that from him.
He's very cookie cutter.
Yeah.
Captain Lance is more interesting than he is.
A lot of people are more interesting than he is.
Wow, that's saying not much.
On that show. like seriously, I mean it's a shame, but like the lead character of the show is probably the least interesting.
Yep. And they're still doing the flashbacks.
Yeah, of course. They said this will be the last season that they're gonna do because there's been so many complaints about it.
It's fucking dumb.
It's something that should not have gone past season 1.
That's true.
To be honest,
Like I don't
by
need,
season 2, I was over that shit.
I don't need to see how someone showed him how to dislocate his thumb so he could do that in the future. I don't really care. Just fucking just do it, Batman. I mean, Green Arrow.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Yeah, Green Arrow with all Batman's villains.
Yeah, right? God.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know.
Shit, so weak.
Whatever, dude. That's
What the fuck is Merlin?
Merlin. I don't know.
I
Gives a
know.
shit.
Oh, you don't like Merlin?
Dude, like he's just like the most two-faced character, and the motherfuckers keep trusting him for some reason.
Well, at least he's interesting.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, and that's what I mean. Like, is John? What's his name?
John Barrowman.
John Barrowman.
Yeah,
Like,
Captain Jack.
I just feel like he brings something to the role. Like he's chewing the scenery. Yeah, it's a little gimmicky sometimes, but like he's having fun, and I'm also having fun when he's on screen.
Yeah, he signed
Like,
a
he's
deal.
doing something in a sense.
He signed an exclusive deal for throughout all the shows too, like Katie Lotz.
Yeah, that's what I heard too. Yeah.
Yeah,
And that guy knows he's working with like shitty material.
he knows.
but,
Hell
you know,
yeah, he
he's
was on
having
Doctor
fun
Who,
with it,
man. He knows.
You know?
Poor guy. Feel bad for him.
Jeez, feel bad for myself. I'm not. I'm not watching the season of Arrow, man. Like, fuck it. It's like-
I was waiting for Designated Survivor to go on. That's why I was watching
Oh, yeah.
Arrow.
Listen, I'm waiting for iZombie to come back. Fuck Arrow.
Fucking Designated Survivor. I know this has nothing to do with comics and shit. That Kiefer Sutherland show is so good. Great show. Just saying.
Jack Bauer.
It's really,
Yes.
it's so good. Everyone's shitting on him. It's great. I love it. It's gonna be huge. Yes.
Listen, we've been around the block for many times since like the 90s. We had like a lot of cartoons, a lot of stuff for DC. We've loved it. We grew up with it. Now it's funny because though maybe DC is not doing so well on the big screen or the little screen, the small screen, we do have them doing Rebirth, and it's been amazing. They've hit the top charts for like the first time in a long time.
Right. I've heard a lot of good things about Rebirth.
And listen, I'm the DC guy, but I'm not saying this to be unbiased or anything. But DC, the Rebirth is definitely doing a lot better in terms of comic books than Marvel is. Marvel is hitting all the strides in the big screen and little and small screen, but in comic books, like DC's doing really well. Absolutely loving Superman and his son John.
I've heard fantastic things about
Dude,
that.
it is. I can't even tell you how good it is. Damian's gonna be the new leader of the Teen Titans. Batman is hitting his own strides. We have some secrets going on. There might be some Watchmen shit around the bend. A lot of good stuff's happening. It's a great time to just jump back into DC and read stuff. Can't say this about the movies or TV shows, but great time to read comic books.
Yeah.
They could definitely take some ideas from Marvel.
Definitely.
No shame in it. People life was just based on like building up on other people's ideas anyways.
Yes,
So
we talk about it in our other show. Imitation's the sincerest form of flattery. So if you gotta go that route, just at least own it and make it, engaging and entertaining.
Keep it simple and take your time. It's not a race. I know they feel like it is, but
No.
if you make a quality product,
it sells
your
itself.
audience is already going to be there.
And
Yeah.
they're gonna remember that.
Yeah, because you've already established a built-in audience. So I think a lot of these guys are afraid because they feel like the comic boom, the comic to movie boom, is going to expire or it's going to approach its end date very soon. So they're trying to rush as much content out there as possible. But all they're really doing at this point is hurting themselves.
Yep.
Because all their films at this point, starting from Man of Steel, have been very polarizing.
Yeah.
Like they're not universally loved at all,
No.
and that's a problem. You know, and they seem like, I mean, look, their backs against the wall right now. They seem very nervous. A lot of these decisions that they're making is
Half-assed, and
Yeah.
even the CEO's like, listen, I know
Yeah.
we need to do some changes. I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
if you're saying it, your people need to say it too.
right.
Like,
Even that Comic-Con footage they released for Justice League, that little teaser, I wasn't buying that shit. You know what I mean? I just wasn't buying it. Not at all. I'm already hearing some bad stuff about Wonder Woman for some people that worked on the production. I'm not sure if they're just using that to stir up the pot a little bit, but it wouldn't surprise me if that one ends up being a polarizing film as well, because there's so many cooks in the kitchen.
yeah.
You know,
That would be a shame.
it would be a
It
shame.
would be a damn shame because from what they've shown, it looks pretty decent.
It looks really good.
looks-
I like what I've seen so far from the trailer,
I do too.
but how does that hold up in a cohesive film? We don't know yet.
We don't know. It's just,
Like we talked about in that episode 9, when we were reviewing the San Diego Comic-Con,
Yeah.
we talked about how they can just whip up a trailer to make it look phenomenal, but then here comes the movie,
Yeah.
and it's a complete shitfest, and
They do it all the
we've been lied to yet again.
Yeah, studios do this kind of shit all the time. They'll put all their money to releasing a fantastic trailer because they want to try to get everyone in the first weekend before the real reviews start coming out, so they could kind of recoup what they lost on the financial end. So I'm not quite sold yet on what, you know, DC has been releasing in terms of like, okay, what we're supposed to be expecting for next year.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, fool me once, right?
You think that instead of wasting all that money on making a trailer, why don't you just make a good movie, put the money into that, and then you don't have to make such an elaborate trailer. You could just put a normal 1 minute, 2 minute thing,
Right.
just showing what's actually happening and
Right.
not spoiling it like you did with BVS, that you showed the whole movie in the trailers and teasers.
A prime example is Suicide Squad. I mean, they went out of their way to release a really good trailer for a shit film. You know?
and even then, it was better than BVS.
It was.
And that's really sad.
Yeah, Will Smith was great.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Shout out to Will Smith.
It had its things. It had its moments.
Yeah.
Margot Robbie was great too.
She
Like,
was.
But
Jared Leto was over the top for me.
yeah, they didn't need him.
No, I don't know why he was there.
It was a marketing thing.
Yeah.
And that's the thing though. Like that's all they're thinking about. Like if they weren't so greedy and thinking about the money all the time, then they actually could
They would have.
pump out a good product.
Yeah, you think, right?
Yeah.
Enchantress, she could have been so much more, cause she was fine as hell. But
Like-
she could have been a great, powerful foe that just made into a joke.
Well, the problem is Suicide Squad was a movie that no one asked for. It was a response to the success of Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
the whole thing with Bohemian Rhapsody and everything, it was like Star-Lord and his music. It was like a complete carbon copy.
Right.
I'm like, oh
And the
man.
music in that movie did not work as well as it did in Guardians of the Galaxy because it felt very organic.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
It was in the right time.
Right.
It was
Because
like
this is based on a dude that has a Sony Walkman and he's
Right.
listening to this shit.
and they tied it in with the mom and everything. Like in Suicide Squad, it was just kind of
It's just
distracting,
it was just
overbearing.
stuck in there and like,
Yeah.
here, here's some music. You want Guardians of the Galaxy? Here's a DC version. No.
Nah, I don't like the diet version.
You could have just gave us Assault on Arkham and just did that and called the Suicide Squad. It would have been so much better.
Right.
Yeah.
yeah, man, can't win them all for
behind it.
sure.
Diablo was great, man, and they killed him off. You like why? You kill off one of your
Dude,
cool characters.
Dude, like they get Adam Beach, kicking wing from Joe Dirt, and they kill him like
Yeah.
that. I'm like, wow,
Right?
damn, Adam.
What's the point?
Exactly. Like,
Fucking Captain
well-
Boomerang was fucking cool too, man.
Well,
That fucking pink unicorn.
they had to put together that script in about 6 weeks, right?
dude, that's fucking nuts.
'Cause
Six
it was a
weeks.
rush job.
That's fucked up.
But then even when you think about, all right, so
6 weeks. That tells you how good Will Smith is. Let me tell you.
when you think about the threat that part of the reason why this group was put together in the first place was because, Amanda Waller made this speech about, if we have another incident like the Superman situation, what do we have to come stop him?
We need a
So
response
you put
team,
together the Suicide Squad. So what is a guy with a boomerang gonna fucking do?
Yeah, he's not gonna do much, but
right.
Like he's a murderer. Yes, they all are.
yeah,
Right.
but
But
no,
what
he-
is
he's not
but-
part of the original Suicide Squad. So it don't make sense.
but within context of what these villains are able to do to stop someone like Superman or a powerful being of some sort, what is Harley Quinn really gonna do?
Exactly.
Like, it
oh,
doesn't-
she has ordnance, but
Right.
Yeah, it's not gonna do much.
but
It doesn't make sense.
but you know what's crazy though? Like in the new Suicide Squad Rebirth series,
Yeah.
they have the same team, and then they end up going like to some underwater base, and they bump into Zod,
Oh shit!
and they're like, holy fuck.
What are you gonna do against him? It's basically
But-
Superman.
No, but check it out. They actually thought about this. You know what they did? Think about Katana.
her sword,
Her
right?
shit's magic.
Yeah, it sucks the soul.
She started cutting up Zod. She fucked him up.
because Superman.
Because
himself-
Superman is
It's the
not
magic.
vulnerable. Exactly. And
Yeah.
I'm like, holy shit, this is genius. And then they, obviously, while she was cutting him up, everybody else was just kind of like beating on him, just throwing ordnance in his face, knocking him out. Plus, they have like a magic helper.
Oh, that
And
sounds
I'm
good.
like,
That's a way better movie right there.
this is in these 3 pages. I'm like, this shit's like
They
amazing.
They should
Yeah,
have had
better
them.
time.
They should have had them come and kill Doomsday in BVS. That would have been
Dude,
a better ending to that movie.
I don't know.
But they should have took Captain Boomerang and put him in the Flash. He
Oh,
would've
they
been-
killed
he-
Captain Boomerang in the comic book.
Oh, that's too bad. But I'm saying in the movie they should take that character, that guy,
And just put him in the show.
and he would do so well on the Flash. He just fits
Wasn't
that.
Captain Boomerang already on the Flash?
There was a Captain Boomerang, but he was kind of forgettable.
Yeah. So let's put this one on because this guy will. You'll not forget him.
They're not going to be able to afford Jai Courtney.
We'll see. Well,
Whatever.
we could dream. I'm always the dreamer.
The Dreamer?
Because I could just see the greatness that can come out of this shit. Or even put him on Legends. You got fucking Heat Wave,
Exactly.
right? And then now we
Captain
lost
Cold.
Captain Cold. But I think he's going to be... I don't know what's going to happen with Flashpoint. I know he signed a deal, too, being on everything. Mr. Wentworth Miller.
I saw this great meme. I don't know if I ever sent it to you guys, but what's the deal with like Captain Cold? And so why do you wear the parka if you like the cold? Like
Exactly.
it was something along those
I
lines.
don't know. I think that because it represents that he's like
Captain
a
Cold.
winterized
No,
character.
we know
Yeah,
why
I
the,
know, I
we know
know.
why the creators did it, but it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I like the cold, so I wear this
wear the
because it
parka.
keeps me warm. Okay, that's very contradictive, but it looks cool. Let's just say that. And Wentworth does a great job as
You
Captain
like his
Cold.
performance?
I really do.
What about Arnold's? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm thinking about Mr. Freeze. Damn you, DC, and your fucking similar villains.
I know how many. There's a lot of them. There's
like-
Killer Frost.
Yeah.
There's Jack Frost, right?
Jesus.
Jack Frost the Snowman?
No, who's the other one? The kid one. Or the other guy. There's another fucking Freeze guy.
Matt's right. There is another.
There's
character
another
with
one.
A
There's
similar power.
Shit.
It's a guy.
Isn't it a girl?
No, Killer Frost, and then there's I think there is another girl. There's a lot of them. And sad I don't know the fucking.
I mean, how could you remember? All these fucking characters are so similar. It's fucking annoying.
No, it is. It's like you
know,
got
with the
you got
Flash,
like
you have,
12.
30 fucking speedsters.
Yeah,
like-
basically.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember. But whatever.
Well, I hope you enjoyed us talking about DC and all the TV shows, the cartoons, and all that good stuff. Rebirth's doing very well, and we're glad that the comics are moving in a good direction. Let's just hope that the movies and the TV shows do the same.
Listen, I'm always gonna have the cartoons, so I'm happy about that at least.
Yeah, they
Since
really
have always been amazing.
they really can't go wrong with that
No,
until they
can't.
do,
Yeah.
and that's probably imminent. But thank you so much. We really had fun on this, our 13th episode. And again, for Play Dead 77,
Yo.
for Brave Dave, I am Matt Swagger, and we're going to see you next time on the next episode of the
Dragon Ball Z. Oh.
of the Rogues Gallery.
Peace out, guys.
Later, guys.
Yo.
Yeah, where you gonna go for exclusives with shows, comics, movies, and webisodes? The Road Gallery, the Road Gallery.